Whenever I think of atoms or subatomic particles, which is more often than you might think, it reminds me of my college days. We used to all share an apartment together, four of us guys, and one of the roommates would like to make sandwiches, right? But he couldn't be bothered to get into a cabinet and get a plate. He would just make the sandwich on the countertop, and then he'd take a couple of bites of it, throw the sandwich down on the counter, and head out to class or wherever. And he would do this a couple of days in a row. So after a few days, you'd have this line of decaying and putrefying sandwiches with gnats buzzing around the outside of them. And we never tried this, but you can imagine if you would compose yourself and stand at the front of the line of decaying sandwiches and blow, that you might be able to blow some of the gnats from one sandwich onto the next. And I suppose you could also imagine that if you were to inhale, you could inhale some of those gnats into your lungs. Well, horrifyingly, that's kind of how electricity works. You have all these electrons that are buzzing around a nucleus. And if you apply a force, those electrons can move from surrounding one nucleus to another. And that's what current is. Current is the flow of electrons. Well, naturally, you might ask yourself, then what type of force would it take to push electrons from one atom to another atom? And that force is called voltage. And we'll talk a little bit more about what voltage is next.